They say love finds you when you least expect it. I never believed that until the day my heart stumbled into Daniel's world. It was a Sunday morning in Atlanta, the kind where the sun filtered through stained glass windows, casting colors that danced across the pews. I had just relocated from New York after a messy breakup. My heart was still fragile, still patching itself from promises that had turned to dust. I went to church only to feel less lonely. Then I saw him, Pastor Daniel, tall, broad shoulders, a smile that felt like a hymn. And when he spoke, his voice was velvet, his words like scripture wrapped in honey. He wasn't just preaching, he was speaking straight into the hollow places of my heart. Our eyes met. For a moment, I thought maybe God himself had orchestrated that gaze. After service, he walked toward me. "You're new here, aren't you?" His smile was gentle, his presence magnetic. "Yes," I whispered, suddenly aware of how ordinary I looked in my plain dress. "Then welcome home," he said. And somehow those two words began to stitch something inside me that I didn't even know was torn. The soft glow of candlelight illuminates the intimate setting as Sarah sits across from Daniel, her expression a mixture of hope and anticipation. Daniel's hand gently covers Sarah's. His words resonate with conviction. "I know this is sudden, but I feel God has confirmed this. I want you to be my wife." Sarah, taken aback, responds with hesitant concern. "Daniel, we've only known each other 3 months." With unwavering certainty, Daniel reassures her. "When you know, you know. I prayed and God gave me peace about you. You're the answer I've been waiting for." Sarah, yearning for love, allows herself to believe in the enchanting promise of his words. Inside the grand church, Sarah and Daniel stand radiant at the altar, embodying matrimonial bliss. Fragrant lilies perfume the air as the choir's voices soar, filling the church with joyous melodies. The church overflows with well-wishers, their faces beaming with joy and hope for the couple. Daniel kisses Sarah tenderly. Her eyelids flutter closed as she embraces her fairy tale ending. A low murmur ripples through the crowd, whispers of Sarah's good fortune, unknowingly reinforcing the illusion. In the quiet of night, Daniel tenderly embraces Sarah, their figures softly illuminated by the bedside lamp. Sarah nestles closer, her peaceful face radiates serenity under the gentle glow. Unseen, a subtle darkness flickers across Daniel's face, betraying the idyllic facade. With tender conviction, Daniel whispers, "You'll never cry alone again." An unspoken unease permeates the room, foreshadowing the storms that lie ahead.
The first crack appeared when Daniel started traveling for ministry. "Baby, it's just a revival out of state. I'll be back in 2 days, of course." I smiled, though my chest tightened. The trips became frequent. His phone was always locked. Sometimes he came home with expensive gifts, almost as though they were peace offerings. One night, while folding his clothes, I noticed faint lipstick on his collar. When I asked, he laughed it off. "Counseling session, sweetheart." The woman must have hugged me too tight. I wanted to believe him. I forced myself to. Love, after all, makes excuses when truth feels too heavy. The night it all shattered was rainy, cold, and quiet. Daniel had fallen asleep, and his tablet buzzed on the nightstand. Curiosity tugged at me. I shouldn't have touched it. But something in my gut screamed otherwise. The email subject froze my veins. "From your first wife." With trembling hands, I opened it. "Daniel, last month in Dallas, you promised me that no one would ever replace me. Why then do you parade another woman as your wife while I wait in the shadows? Do not forget, I was here before her. I will always be." Signed, Michael. Michael, not Michelle. Not a typo. A man. My lungs collapsed. The room spun. My world, our world, crumbled in a single line of text.
One Sunday morning, while the choir sang, "Great is thy faithfulness," I realized I had been faithful to everyone but myself. After service, I walked out without saying goodbye. My suitcase was already in the trunk. I left the church, the titles, the lies. For the first time in months, I could breathe. It wasn't easy. Nights were lonely. Tears came often, but therapy and prayer slowly stitched me back together. I journaled my pain, and each word was a step toward freedom. Love found me again, not in a pulpit, not in a sermon, but in the ordinary kindness of a man named David. David was no pastor, no charmer. He was simple, honest. His laughter healed me more than Daniel's prayers ever did. One evening, as we walked by the river, he stopped and said, "I don't have a perfect past, but I have honest intentions. With me, you'll never have to question where my loyalty lies." And for the first time in years, I believed in forever again. So yes, I married a pastor not knowing he has a guy as his first wife outside the state. It broke me, shattered me, but it also refined me. Sometimes, heartbreak isn't God's punishment, it's His redirection. Because now, I don't just have a man who loves me, I have peace. And peace, I've learned, is the purest form of love.